Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. Today's Batman Beyond episode is The Last Resort. So it starts off, Batman's just doing a regular patrol. This one, it kind of a little fun bit of a yeah, I can talk. Little tidbit. So Terry, he's like talking to Max as he's patrolling, and he's like getting caught up on all the school drama. So it makes it seem like he pays attention and kind of knows what's going on instead of saving the city all the time. But then he comes across a police chase, and it's like this big tank bus thing being followed by like four cop cars. Terry gets in the middle of it. He manages to like somehow get it to land with some cables, and then bring it to a landing pad with I don't know if it's like magnets or why he couldn't have just like flown off before. It's very vague about it. It's just we need to establish that there was a chase, and it ends because like the reveal it was some like punk kid that goes to school with Terry. So there's like a broadcast saying how like that kid was taken away, and it's like a commercial for a place called I want to say it's called like the Last Resort, where you send your delinquent kids, and they base it a lot on fear mongering. They're like, hey, even if your kid isn't a complete piece of shit, you should probably send them here anyway because they might turn out to be an even bigger piece of shit. So slowly but surely, like the majority of kids at Terry's high school are getting like shipped off to the Last Resort place. And eventually one of Terry's friends, Chelsea, she gets sent there because she like sent in an editorial, and her father gets a call from the school about it. Which it's funny because she makes it seem like he's a reporter, and I'm just like, what? Why are you getting mad at your daughter for something that you do? So she gets sent in, and Terry, he's curious about what the heck is up with this like uh I guess I'll just call it intense juvie. That's pretty much the best thing I could describe it. So he goes there, and he like listens to what's going on, and they're employing like these sleep deprivation tactics where they don't allow anybody to sleep. And Bruce is like, certain prisoners of war go through that. It's like a torture tactic for mind control. So Terry, he gets out of there not before fighting a guy that's the best way to describe it is put a spaceship and a sarcophagus together, and that's kind of what he fought. But he won, and he gets out of there, and he gets back to the Batcave, and he's like, "All right, let's take this school down." And Bruce is like, "Oh, well, we can't just like hand in this evidence. What am I supposed to say that a bat gave it to me?" And I'm just like, Bruce, are you fucking serious? You are acquaintances with Commissioner Gordon, who, at this time in the series, Terry and her are kind of on like stable but shaky footing. Like, I guarantee if Terry was like, hey, Commissioner Gordon, this place is straight up torturing kids. Why don't you get in on that? So Terry's like, well, if we can't get the cops in, I guess I'll have to go undercover. So he does, and he just goes as Terry McGinnis, on his way to like say hi to Chelsea. So he finally finds her after like sneaking in because they like said Chelsea canceled on him, but they haven't. And these kids are pretty rough. I mean, there's one kid who used to be an artist, and now he's like painting with on a blank canvas with zero paint. Like he's literally just rubbing a brush on paper. So he gets to Chelsea, and he gets a video of her saying how poorly they're being treated and whatnot, and how they're constantly threatening them with something called ISO, which is uh, an isolation chamber that like takes away like what you see, what you hear, what you smell, and no senses pretty much, except probably touch. I can't imagine they would somehow find a way where you cannot touch yourself, not in that way. So Terry is about to get out of there when the delinquent that got pulled over earlier, he's like, "Hey, remember in seventh grade when you kicked my ass? Well, now I'm gonna kick your ass." And so they get into a little scuffle, and one of the main guys behind the facility is like, "Hey, who the hell are you? What the hell are you doing here?" And Terry's like, "I was looking for some place to piss." And he's like, "Search him," and they find the recording device, and he's like, "Well, we have no choice but to keep you overnight, and if nobody finds you the next day, we'll have to have you executed." Which I'm like, Jesus Christ, if you don't want anybody knowing about your facility, that's the best way to get known about your facility, to have a kid. Well, I don't know. I mean, the mom would just report him missing, and they could just say, "Oh, we have no idea who Terry is." So, okay, never mind. That's not that dumb. There's a lot of dumb things in this episode, but that one wasn't dumb. Um, so Terry, he's about to go to ISO the next morning, and they somehow, or for whatever reason, put him in the next room over to the delinquent he got in a fight with. Excuse me. Which also, to backtrack, really pisses me off. Why is Dana still at the school? Like, everybody's putting their kid up in that place just because they're a bad kid. And Dana's a bad girl. Not like, "Oh, you're a bad girl." It's like, "No, you're a bad girl. That's a bad Dana. I hate you, Dana. You should be in that place getting fucking shitty arts and crafts and ISO and whatnot." God, I hate Dana. Max doesn't deserve to be in there, though. Max is a little angel. Terry should definitely date Max. But anyway, besides the point. So they both agree to help each other out. So right before the next morning, right before they're put into the isolation, they knock the two guards out, and they take a MasterCard off one of them. And during the chaos when they're getting chased, they release all the cells, and all hell breaks loose. And all the police show up, and all the parents show up, and there's an attempt of murder with like the one delinquent and then the head guy in charge of it all. But Batman saves him because he goes to the storage locker and gets his Batman outfit, which really stupid, by the way. Why Terry would bring it in his backpack? Because like, what if they searched the backpack? You know what I mean? Like, that's, you just gave the enemy the bat suit right there. But yeah, the episode ends where Terry gets out, and then Bruce is there. He's like, "Well, I didn't hear anything back from you that night, so I called in some reinforcements." And I'm just thinking, dude, it's the next fucking day. Like, did you call Barbara and you're like, "Hey, Barbara, that one last resort place, it's straight up torturing kids." And Barbara's like, "Ah, jeez, Bruce, I'm already in my pajamas, and it's 11:30 at night. First thing in the morning. I swear to God, first thing, we're on it, okay?" And Bruce is like, "All right." Like, why did it take him a full fucking day to get the cavalry going? Um, which, like, you, if that was an opportunity, why wasn't that taken at all? Like, Terry didn't really do anything that episode. In all honesty, like, he found out that that place was shitty, and then he got captured. And like, if he and the one guy didn't like break out, he would have just spent the next couple of minutes in isolation, and then that's it, you know. So a very kind of a nothing burger of an episode, in all honesty. Like, I didn't really care for it, so I'm just scratching out 4 through 7. So I'm debating between 1, 2, and 3. uh I don't think it's absolute dog shit, so I'm scratching out 1. But I mean, this episode felt like conflict for the sake of conflict. Like, it was just dumb, just really dumb. Like, I don't even know what the plan was. You know, like, what was this? Maybe this is a 1. It's a really shitty episode because it's like, what are you training the kids for? What's the end goal? It's just so vague, and such a such a non problem when it just shouldn't have been in the first place. Like, how is this even allowed in the first place? Like, who regulated this? You know, it's just aggravating. Like, the more I think about this episode, the more aggravating it is. I think 3's out at this point because I'm so mad. So now I'm between a 1 and a 2, and I'm just thinking of like what I even got out of this episode, and I'm not really getting anything out of it. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna give this a 1. Like, this is a pretty dog shit episode. The more and more I sit on it, so yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've given an episode a 1, which, man, I mean, rightfully so. Like this, like I said, shit episode, just absolute 100% skip over. It just added nothing, and I mean nothing. Like the action was mediocre, the story stupid, animation's fine. Max at one point actually kind of pissed me off a little because at one point Dana, Max, and Terry were talking, and Max like pretty much said Terry's Batman because she was like, somebody should take a look at that school, and I'm thinking, Max, shut the fuck up. You're smart. Like you know better than to say stuff like that, you know. Um, so yeah, it's just a lot of dumb stuff like Bruce not calling in the cavalry sooner was dumb. Like Terry bringing in the bat suit with him was super dumb. Like just a lot of dumb stuff. Yeah, I stand by that 1 out of 7. Like I tend to save that for really really shitty stuff, but I mean this episode was a fucking plot hole galore. Just ugh. 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 Anyway, bye bye.